We're here to mark a historic occasion. As you know, as announced in the budget, that government is going to provide insurance cover for the first time in Fijian history to social welfare recipients. And also we're taking that opportunity to actually cover civil servants and also other independent organizations that actually want to join the scheme, which includes, of course, we've sought permission from the judiciary, the DVP's office and the Auditor General's office. They wanted to join, and so they are part of the scheme, including, of course, the RFMF and also the Fijian Police Force. Together with us this afternoon is, of course, the Governor of the Reserve Bank of Fiji. The Reserve Bank of Fiji is playing a very pivotal role in respect of ensuring that we have these types of insurance products available. They're also the regulator of insurance companies. And we have, of course, the chair of Fiji Care and his CEO, who are here with us and will be signing the documents to mark this partnership. We're covering through the scheme 107,417 people, of which 72,376 are social welfare recipients and 35,041 civil servants, including people in the police force, the RFMF, and of course the general civil servants and the others in the independent bodies who are now covered under the scheme. As also announced in the budget, we have coverage for expenses like funeral expenses, fire, also personal injury, of course death, and that is applicable to, the death payment is applicable to those up to the age of 70. And we are of course very grateful for this arrangement we've got with Fiji Care. As highlighted by Peter, it's already been extended to the farmers in the sugarcane sector, the rice farmers, and the dairy farmers, and also the copra farmers. They're all covered under that. We, as announced also in the budget, we encourage other organizations, including private sector, to talk to Fiji Care, and I'm giving a plug over here.
Thank you very much.
To talk to Fiji Care, to see how they can actually offer this particular product to their own employees. It's very important. It's not a very expensive product. It's not something that's giving a super duper coverage, but the fact is it's a coverage that many people actually currently don't have. So it does actually provide a particular gap in terms of giving them a particular level of security also. From government's perspective also, we are also ensuring that we are covered ourselves, because those people who are currently in social welfare, they, if they do fall through the cracks, if there is some sort of hardship, if the house does burn down, if there is a death in the family, then of course they will come to government. And by having this insurance cover, we are able to instantly react to their particular situation, and through this particular insurance scheme, we are able to provide them with the cover. So it's doing business and providing coverage in a lot more smarter way. It's also ensuring that we are not putting all our eggs in one basket by way of just simply having a pot of money that's not actually covered by insurance. It actually means that now we have coverage for that. So I'd like to thank Fiji Care for this. I'd like to thank, of course, the Governor of the Reserve Bank, who actually has also been working with the insurance companies and working in particular with Fiji Care to develop this product. As you know, that is announced in the budget also, and in other fora, that we are again working with the Governor of the Reserve Bank and the World Bank in respect of providing insurance for cyclone coverage. As you know, that's another space that we have an absence of insurance products available, in particular for houses that do not necessarily meet the very onerous standards that have been put in place to get an engineering certificate. So what we have been working with the World Bank and the expert team is to ensure, including ADB actually I should add, to get some form of coverage, a basic coverage, for those homes where they may not meet the very onerous standards of cyclone engineer certification, to get some form of certification and to be able to get some form of cover for that. As you know, that government in a very unprecedented fashion funded actual people's rebuilding of their homes on a scale that has never been seen before in Fiji's history, and that is through the Help for Homes initiative after Cyclone Winston, and of course the home care that was implemented again this year in the wake of Josie, Gita and Kenny cyclones. And we've expended funds of in excess of $100 million. So with climate change, with the frequency of storms, with the extent of the storms and the intensity of the storms changing and indeed increasing, we have to, by doing things smart, we have to ensure that we do have insurance products in place, because it is unsustainable if you are going to have cyclones once or twice a year to be simply making out those types of payments for people to build their individual homes. So of course we have a responsibility, but we need to be able to carry out the responsibility in a financially responsible manner. And as we have today, have an insurance product for those people on social welfare, we also want to have insurance product for those people who may be on the margins of society, who may not necessarily have nice big homes that meet engineering certification, but we actually have some form of coverage for them. And by getting insurance product, we are able to get the funds out to them very quickly and in a manner that is extremely transparent. It also removes the ability for people to steal from the system, literally, to be able to make false claims. And so we hope to have the product in place very soon, by November, hopefully before the start of the cyclone season. We are also working on another product which is for crop insurance. And again, we are not quite sure about the timelines in respect of that, but hopefully very soon also. And that is, getting parametric insurance to provide coverage for people who are farmers. So in the event of, for example, floods and cyclones, there is some basic form of coverage that they can get and be in fact covered for. So these are some of the things that we are doing in respect of ensuring that there is sustainability built into the system, that people are able to access funds in a very transparent manner, in a very efficient manner. So we'd like to again thank Fiji Care. As you also know that the other product that I'd also like to mention is also from the 1st of Jan, as you know, that all ordinary Fijians who do not have medical insurance, even if they have medical insurance, can actually go and now visit GPs for consultations. So if you have a flu or a cold and you cannot afford to go and, currently some people cannot afford to go and visit a GP, a private doctor. So they normally go to a health center, nursing station, or they go to the hospital. So from the 1st of Jan, they can actually visit their local private doctor, the GP, for those basic consultations. And government will of course fund that, as you know, through the collection of funds that we do through the I've lost the acronym for that, the TPAF, the FNTC funds that employers pay. So 50% of the FNTC funds, or the TPAF levy as it is called, will go towards the payment of these visitations to the GPs. Of course, we'll also build some capacity, and we want to work with the insurance companies in that respect also. So again, there's a number of initiatives that we are putting in place to ensure that government is able to get rid of some of the risks that it has up front, to be able to work there through the private sector, to be able to share those risks. But at the same time, it provides a number of opportunities for the private sector in terms of creating business for them. It also creates a lot of specialization within the financial services sector in Fiji. So there's a lot of good announcements being made in that respect, and a lot of sort of sustainable measures being put in place to ensure that we not only have financial inclusion, but also financial security for ordinary Fijians. So thank you very much. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. Thanks.